You can't imagine yourself without this person. You're so used to life with this person. You should have been so good. You only can't just not ready.
Say ayuko fit mentally, msee hajajua value yake. It's very hard for that person to let go of this.
It wasn't about you that he left. It wasn't about you that she left. It wasn't about who you are as a person. It doesn't need to be an adjustment of you as a person that he could have stayed.
Welcome to this show today, and I'm so glad to have you here today. Mkoaje, I mean niko poa sana. I hope you're doing well outside there, and of course, keeping safe. You know the season. Please keep safe, and of course, abstain. So today we are together here with so many amazing people. Mkiwaona tu, you just feel good. I mean, so great people. I mean, when you see how I have so many big people here. By the way, si wadogo. Kuna watu hapa. Let me just finish up on that point. So, thank you for joining us. I would want them to at least say something before we go on with the show. Tukianza na the only man in the show.
Hi guys. Yeah. Thank you for the opportunity. My name is Wema Kelvin with an L.
I hope it doesn't sound for a lover boy, but anyway.
She said
what she said.
But anyway, it's Mara's love. That's why we're here.
Yes. So Wema Kelvin. What else can I say about myself? Just that.
I want to know you. Like, what do you do? I mean.
Oh, what I do? I do a lot of things, but mainly production. By production, I mean I do video, I do editing, I do photography, I do. Okay, my life revolves around media. So if I am not doing anything media, niko mbaya. You're Sinjema.
Ndio maana anaitwa Kevin. So asante. Kelvin. Sawa, tutasema Kero. Tukisema Kevin. Yeah.
So always sema Kevin. Very unfortunate.
All right. Sawa. Noted. We go to your right.
Oh, me here.
Yes.
Hi guys. Shiko Mwanje is my name. I am also in the media industry. I do editing, photos, videos, and content creation mainly for social media. So as much as I'm in the media industry, what I do mostly is social media management. And thank you so much for having us in the show.
Wow, I mean, amazing people in media. Mkitaka watu wa media? Yeah, and madam, please introduce yourself.
Oh, hi guys, it's Soni Masharia here. What do I do? Oh, yeah, I'm a host at Wema Tv. Check out her essence. I'm plugging myself, shameless plug. Also, I am a lawyer, or yet to be a lawyer. Yeah, that's what I do, I think so. And media. Yeah,
wow, I mean, she already looks like a lawyer, so she is
what
one. She is one. I mean, everything. She's already dressed like a lawyer, talking like a lawyer. Mr. Accent, ya mtu mwingine hapo ina here. Yeah, I mean, ati sijui shameless plugging what? So anyway, it's a lot. So you can imagine there are so many great minds on this board today to tell you so many great things, and we want you to be here. So we're going to be talking about breakups. I know you've heard me right. I mean, this is an experience many people go through, and it is a very, very sometimes traumatizing, sometimes really bad experience, of course, always. And we want to just demystify what happens. How do we grow out of it? What are the mistakes we make, especially after we break up? What are the things we should focus on doing apart from what we end up doing with our autopilot mode, which is very, very wrong. wrong. So yeah, I mean, imeshaanza kuni break, but
Yeah, but do we say?
so I mean, we can start with the mistakes we majorly make. There are so many things we do, especially after that season, that we end up finding they're very wrong, and they even take us to the wrongest decisions afterwards. You know,
Yeah.
they say from the frying pan to the fire itself. Instead of even having to have learnt and begin to process and do something better from what you did before. So yes, naona ninataka kuanza na wewe lawyer wetu, hebu tutetee my friend.
I am.
Some of the mistakes, and I want to mention one before we begin, so that we can think about it as you prepare yours.
Yeah.
One thing I found common is, especially with, I don't know who, but many ladies begging your ex to take you back.
It's both sides.
Both
First of all.
sides. Yeah.
Yeah, but you know what I think it is? It's not women only we ask them back. They also do.
Yeah, they do.
How we do it, maybe probably it's a bit aggressive, or than they do. They'll be like, I don't even care about this girl. I'm gonna get the next one and hope to the next one. But maybe us would be like crying or pick your calls. You know what I mean? But how we do it is different.
Yeah.
But we both do
We
it.
both do it. Yeah, I mean, a
Ama
man in the house. Unafikiria nini?
Okay, I'm trying to think of it. Do we really? Okay, I think it depends majorly on how much you love the person. Yeah, because kuna zingine tu like.
Because
The breakup is a win.
tuendange.
Yeah.
I know,
Yeah. Because it was so stressful to be in that relationship.
Yeah.
So I think for us as men, we call that simping. Kushinda umetaka msichana kurudia kasha.
But do you know, even though you have said it's a relationship, your breakup equal you win.
Yeah.
But you know, maybe probably something like trauma bonding. You want to go back. I know it's bad. I know it's hectic. I know it's gonna hurt me. But I still wanna come back. I want the thrill.
Yeah.
Because especially, you know how guys are, they just there for the thrill, and then when they get the girl.
But I think for both ladies and the guy, that going back to the ex depends on how fast the relationship was and how the breakup was. Because the relationship could have been toxic, but then you're still not ready, that trauma bonding. But then the relationship could have been so good, you're like, I'm just not ready to
And even toxic relationships, you realize they are the ones people easily get back to. I don't even know why. Because yes, and the healthy ones, what one are breaking you up very mutually now wanaendanga actually, but the toxic ones ndo zile zenye kuna kwanga na magnetic force.
But you can't imagine yourself without this person. You're so used to life with this person. Have you known people who've gone through such relationships? Who you've tried, of course you know when your friends are in toxic relationships. Wale tunawapatianga advice 3 hours, but unajua
akisema pole 4 hapo sawa. Tunakula ice cream mpaka 3. Akisema 4 hapo sorry.
Just they're not accepting the new thing.
Yeah, they can't.
And when I feel lonely, they begin not to, when I feel I love them, it's not because they love them, it's the emptiness.
Yes.
So, of course, when you break up with somebody, you will feel like you miss them. That's a very good feeling because umekuwa na huyo mtu, closest person among everyone else. So you have to miss them, but with time, you forget, your heart forgets. So you just have to give your heart time. No, in terms of your kumiss.
Because I came to realize, by the way, there's something, I think moving on is a matter of a big chunk of moving on, you kwanga how you think it through. Because I realized, for one of my past relationships, moving on was very hard because I usually perceived this lady as the one. Huyu ndio ule. Like baka, I used to tell myself that this is the lady that atakuwa threat kwa relationships zangu zote. Like ni ile unajua huyu akikuja hata kama nitakuwa na nani. Hii ni bad news.
Hata akikuja bati yako.
But sasa ndio unachiki. I realized it's a way I had programmed my mind to think. But later on, thanks to America. Later on, I came to realize that it's how you think about it. Because tukiongea tu kweli, the moment uteka mtu hapo hivyo juu, moving on will be very hard.
Very difficult.
Yeah.
I mean, even everything, not
Yes.
even just moving on.
Yeah.
Everything, even the relationship and everything you do is in your
Exactly.
mind.
And from
Mind.
that, sasa ndo unasikianga mental health issues start arising. Unasikia
Yeah.
mtu anaanza kufeel suicidal because dem amemkataa. Unaanza kufeel kafala tu, ni ufala tu. Tuseme tu ni ufala.
With what he was saying, yeah, I feel like in most cases we put our partners in a pedestal. We put them in like a high place. So you think, oh my God, this is it. You know what I mean? So losing him is like losing this.
I know.
You know, I had the praise. It's like
Yeah.
idolizing at some point.
Yes.
So you feel like you have lost part of you. There is no son without this guy. As because unasikia venye alikuwa amesema alikuwa amekuwa dem hapa.
Yeah.
Huyu ndio anavaa kitenge yangu. You know what I mean?
Hata alikuwa ashajenga nyumba akaona vile
Aisha wewe.
Life inakula tu. Life inakula sawa kwa maisha yangu.
Check hapo kando. But like it's the same thing. Alikuwa amemweka in a pedestal, meaning if I lose this person, then I'm gonna still need to come back. Because I don't feel like me without this person. And the familiarity of it keeps me there.
Yeah. So I mean, never maybe put somebody above yourself. Of course,
Yeah.
It's never a very healthy thing because this person literally becomes like a god in your life, and will always be a very big idol.
Yes,
A
at
very
the
big
moment,
idol.
the other thing is, what still is when they realize that they have that position in your life.
Exactly.
Man, they will use
Nice
it.
bad.
They will use it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hata unconsciously, like they just know hata nikufanyia nini. You're coming back.
I know.
Especially also
Yeah.
exactly. I love not talking as a woman and as a lady. I think that's what we do a lot. We give guys too much power. You know what I mean? Like I will give my happiness, my kuboeka to this guy. Like I want to listen to this guy the whole time. So if he isn't there, something is hella mess. You know what I mean?
Not yourself,
You
not
literally
this
not
person.
yourself.
Yeah, you need balance. You need balance in your life, of course, not to allow so many things to come and put you off that balance. But one thing I think we're trying to say is don't beg somebody. The truth of the matter is somebody doesn't break up with you overnight. Most of the time they have thought about it. They have thought
Especially
about it.
women.
And emotionally they're already off. They're just looking for the right time.
To be
Hata ndamkanyaga tu hivi. We are done.
We are
done.
I was reading something the other day. I don't know if it was a meme. These memes is a hissy meme. A guy will never leave a guy because of a mistake. It's because you made it a habit.
Exactly.
It's not just that you umefanya something and I just leave you. Guys kwanza tunakuanga very patient.
Very,
Especially maybe if you're talking about an issue like say cheating.
Yeah.
If a girl cheats on a guy, that's it. True or true.
Well, I think
I'm begging you
okay,
to
no.
second chances.
Let me tell you something.
You don't.
Let me tell you something. No, let me tell you something.
Come clean.
Nachiki, the moment tuseme in a situation where nimekufia huyu dem kabisa.
Yeah.
Nachiki zile ni kama the way tumemweka nimeweka dem ka goddess.
Yeah.
Nishamweka huku juu. Hata kicheat. Unachiki kama wale matrophy
Yeah,
girlfriends.
yeah.
It's very hard for mse hayuko fit mentally, mse hajajua value yake. It's very hard for that person to let go of this lady. Nasha cheat.
But I
generally-
think
But generally.
But okay, but yes. I mean,
It's a very
But
true
I
thing.
mean-
when the table is turned and
Yeah.
the guy who's cheated on the chick is expected not only by this guy, but even by the society to understand and forgive.
kuelewa.
Yeah, so-
it's something.
Yes,
It's wrong.
It is
Yes.
Very, very
Yeah.
wrong. So to wrap, of course, all that up, we just want to tell you guys, and I will actually say this: mtu break up na wewe, don't even cry. By the way, actually say ni sawa. Don't even ask why.
My friend.
Ni sawa. No. Listen. Don't even cry. Don't even
No
say
crying,
anything.
cry.
No. Don't.
Watch out.
Just let me just finish. Don't cry. Don't ask questions. Don't do anything. Actually, pick up the remaining things immediately as you can. And then, listen. And then, because you're going to just, the last grace you have, you'll disgrace it. The last thing, small thing you have in your life, utaiya shame hapo. Let me say dignity.
you have it.
And then pick yourself up and then go to your friends. Remove your wig, remove your
And
shoes,
cry.
and cry. But in front of that person, actually don't make them feel like they have actually done something good by them breaking up with you. They should not be given that power. Watch wewe, uende huko, deal with your things, deal with your issues, but let that person not be an elevation of something else just because again anajua, of course I may break up na wewe, it's of course an issue, and then I begin showing that person the same issue. For me, I'm like, go and cry, but cry in your room, cry in every way possible and heal there, but don't give this person that point
satisfaction.
And because you are becoming vulnerable, you might start speaking things and even mwenyewe anaweza kuhurt. Because of course whatever you will force him or her to say that moment is the worst actually, because people actually put themselves in that situation. I cry, I start telling you why, and they never tell you why anyway, and if they do it will hurt you, you know. So you just have to put yourself together. And I know it's very, very, very hurtful. Go to your friends. They're the ones who will be honest with you at that point and receive you well. Huyu mwingine, mwache tu.
You just remember, when you want to go back to your ex, remember Rotimi and Vanessa. Vanessa loved jokes. Now we are facing she faces while praying for a man. Because she left and she never went back. You know what I mean? Because sometimes we think this is the end of me. I can't, I'm nobody past this. And then you want to now come back and be like, hi Chris, take me back. Or hi Kelvin, take me back. You know what I mean? All these things, it's because we think our life is done. It's time you realize it's not done because this one guy left. But the thing I want to kind of, whatever with you is the whole conversation of don't cry in front of him. I feel like you can cry. Doesn't mean that he has power over you. It doesn't mean, because mine is the thing you shouldn't do after a breakup is bottle up your emotions. You bottle up your emotions and you end up taking pills to sleep. You end up having depression and all these things because what you bottle it up, even though you're gonna cry in front of him and whatever he's gonna say. I feel like do it.
But
if you feel like you won't,
it's much better if you do it in the right place.
I think I've come to realize that matters emotions are quite sensitive and okay, for different people they process them differently. Because we are in an age where people don't really respect each other's emotions. Also, I think for the moment when unapata mtu, you guys are breaking up, because of the vulnerability you guys had, because of the intimacy you had emotionally, you'll be tempted, quote unquote, you'll be tempted to try sort it out, because that's what relationships people are. That's what relationships are for. Let's try sort it out. I mean, what's the problem? So utapata that comes naturally for someone as opposed to okay, so it's okay. So ndo nasema as much as yes, it's very important, by the way. Usibaki hapo umeshinda umelia no. You did something wrong, sawa, apologize and you will end up. Memaliza, sawa. But I think for most guys, not guys, but for a lot of people that I have known before, wamejipata wakitry to solve the situation. Like, what's happening? Why? Tell me why. Because maybe kuna watu wanamkaga anajipata kwa relationship peke yao. So unajaribu understand like
so when you realize it's very risky, like you can actually do it, but it's a very risky nini. One, you're wasting your time, because if this person is not going to hear you, why are you even trying to talk to them and crying your heart out? You'd even get more hurt. And of course, like you're saying, to just sanitize the last remaining part of your dignity. I mean, just go and ata ya shanga. You know, there are some people also wana breaking hapo kama hako sure. They're just telling you kukushtua. Then all of a sudden, wanaona uko serious. You know,
it's like the pregnancy.
Bring it up. They just bring it up in an argument. They're like, you know what, we are done. After yeye mwenyewe maybe hata a minute, maybe imekama up to then wewe anaona haya, okay, sawa.
Bye.
Then in a minute, hold up. I didn't mean it.
That's actually actually more toxic because
Yeah.
this person only thinks of
Yeah.
leaving when
Toxic.
things get worse. You get
Yeah.
when you get even into a like something like marriage with that person. That is what they will be saying because it comes to their mind all the time. Like he's doing so many things, so I'm leaving. Yes, those things happen. So
Standards zako ziko na another level.
yeah.
You're a man
Yeah,
of standards.
But especially ladies
Yeah.
are mostly unapatanga they do that.
It's the same way I will maybe guys.
It's an
this
emotional
time we
situation.
I don't know, it's a trend or something. We used to go and you tell your boyfriend you're pregnant to see how he's gonna react. Yeah, and then niggas would leave.
Yeah.
And you're not even.
Yeah, so basically what we're just saying, I mean, begging your ex might never be what
The best
is
thing to do.
the best thing. Kama mmefika point ya break up,
Sure.
it's just difficult.
Watu wajiheshimu.
Just respect yourself.
But
Move on.
unajua pia kuna
And
thin
go
line
on.
kwa jiheshimu na closure. Sometimes you go back there because of closure.
Closure kitu
That is
gani?
What's
one
closure?
bigger
Yeah.
mistake.
Let me tell you why
Understand
closure
it.
is.
Yeah,
What I
understand
think
it.
closure is, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, me and you were dating. We were dating, right? Tukakosana. But you just came and said, I'm done. But I don't know what I did or what you did or what do you feel like this went wrong. That's closure. Like I wanna know it's I did this and that son. That's why he left. Or he's this in this situation. That's why he left. Let me not remain in a space in my life where I start questioning my worth. Questioning what is wrong with me and questioning every text I ever wrote to you or every conversation we ever had. That's closure. Like, let me know that's settled.
That's
But
one
I think like when
mistake
people are going
people make.
to get closure, it's usually trying to get this person back.
No, you can literally just go for closure.
But for me, from my side, let me be honest. From my
Deep down, you
side,
know what it is you want.
yeah. From my side, I mean, if you're generally a healthy person,
Yeah.
you need to get closure by yourself, not from that person. You can never get closure from your ex. You can't. Like we have just said, this person will not even tell you the truth in the first place. They don't value you anymore. Most of the time, they will sugarcoat what they really need to tell you because they feel like the truth will be too hard sometimes for you to even take it. So they just tell you things that don't make sense
That
and
you
won't
want to
even
hear.
help. And na ule mwenye atakwambia ukweli, it might not help you. For real, you'll be like, I mean, me, I never thought I
Because
can be.
if you guys have gotten to the point of breaking up, you know who you are in this relationship. So why do you need closure for this person to
No,
confirm that
sometimes
you're the person
we
you are
need
in
And
this
this
Because-
person could define you wrongly, actually. You know, you're the one who
Exactly.
should define who you are. I know I communicated well.
Yeah.
I know I did
You
my
know
part
what?
well. So if this person even comes to define you, remember they're also speaking from pain. They might not speak a real thing. It's a very
Yeah.
big shadow of who you are.
Exactly.
So some of these things you'll find you feel like they are good to do, but they're not necessarily good. They're actually very harmful to you. May feel like it will only hurt you more because your ex can only hurt you. They can't heal you.
No,
They
but
can't heal you.
Kuna swali though. Because I'm thinking when closure is involved, unapataga unajua okay. When people break up,
Yeah.
mostly,
Yeah.
tunaonaga the other person ndo alikuwa wrong.
yeah.
So I think the reason why people
Yeah.
push for closure ni sometimes need to know what's happening because maybe I was the one on the wrong. Nasikuwa naona.
Exactly.
Napatanga saa zingine in the situations where someone was tuseme kama nimeraisiwa in a certain way, mimi najua kuhandle situations in a certain way. So maybe ulianza kuniambia the first 2 days or rather few months as our relationship kaniambia they don't be doing this is not cool. Niko kachuka tu na mimi. Then as I keep on doing it, it's hurting you. So wewe unasema bebe I can't keep on doing this because in a lot of wounds. So unamua let's call it quits. And in calling it quits, sasa unajua umeenda. Mimi sijui shida yangu ilikuwa gani.
Yeah.
So unapata mimi nitabaki nikijua me I did everything right. I did what I was expected to do. But in the real sense, I'm the one with the mistakes.
But the reality of a relationship is not like that. That's what I'll be honest with you. At this particular point, when something is recurring often, you always know which problem you have. I'll ask you one question. If you've never been able to solve it, breakup, do you think you will find the solution even in come for closure?
No, we're not finding the
It's not the
solution.
solution.
No,
We
you
are-
wanna know
Yeah.
what you know what? It's sort of a clean mind, a clean slate. Let's sit down, me and him, or you and him, yeah, and let's know what I did wrong, what he did wrong, and just to kind of jua mesema your pressure unaanzanga kufikiria ni yeye. It's never gonna
Now
be
I want
me.
you to listen before you cut short quickly. Like, the solution is this that I'm trying to really put on board.
Okay.
You're trying to talk about something I did that you want me to see. If I never saw it until we broke up, it's going to be very difficult for me to even see it at that point.
You see the example he's given, why you can't see it is because you've been doing it since kitambo. It's
Yes.
something
Yeah.
you've been doing from your background.
Yes.
You know, there are things when you're related with someone, they will always do it. Kama huyu mtu kwao wanakulanga wanacha plates hapo, hata acha just because you guys are in this relationship. Ama some behaviors mtu ako nazo ametoka kwao,
Yeah.
they are bringing. So to you it's normal, but to your partner
It's
it
not.
hurts them.
An example would be growing up. You have grown up in a family that does not really entertain mistakes. So you'll find yourself very defensive when something you did is highlighted. So kitu ina highlight you like no, by the way you're trying to explain upate si uko kwa noma.
Yeah.
Unajitoa tu kwa hiyo noma. So kwako wewe unaona I'm trying to save the situation. So
Yeah.
kwako hauoni the ill that you're doing. But now to the other person they're like no, you just being defensive.
Now that is a very different level of what we are talking about. Unaona kitu yenye mtu haiziona, that one you're not even supposed to reach a point of breaking up with because of that, unless it's a very toxic behavior. And any toxic behavior, somebody even knows it. If you talk to many counselors, they say that wanasemanga even narcissists know they are narcissists. They don't pretend they are ati hawajui. When it comes to character issues, I think it's something that's inbuilt. Even if somebody is good, they still have something. Na hiyo kama haeziona doesn't lead you to such a point. You even have to grace them up. Unaona kama ya defensiveness. But unaona kuna hizi vitu zingine zenye mkibreaking up. Actually, I know something because he has been telling me and I think it has been difficult. Mona haiwork kabisa. Completely. Kuna zingine tu, hizi zingine, even if right now, like I tell Shiko, anakuanga defensive. Nimejua na umekuwa ukiniambia hivyo kwa relationship, but I haven't changed. Do you think she will change?
No, the thing
She's
is
not going to change, but she will just be aware. Which doesn't mean before the breakup, she wasn't aware. You get?
No,
she
but
was, but the issue is processing the thing. Attacking to the next relationship, it will still be there.
No, I think the thing is, we're not trying to kind of say what went wrong for us to solve it. But I was saying, there are relationships that do need closure, especially those ones that ended abruptly. I had one, and I think with that, my questions in my mind was like, wait, son, my blindsideiwa. But you need to know what went on, because so that you can be like, okay, now I need to move on. You know what I mean? Because when someone just wakes up and decides, okay, this ain't working, you need to know why. Because we will always have questions, especially ladies. We worst case scenario in our mind. We're like, oh my God, Sitoshi, all these things in our heads. That's why it's true. Autoshi Mboga. That's why you find yourself now going for affirmations and looking at the mirror. I am strength. You know what I mean? Because you crashed when someone told you they don't want you. That's why I think that's why closure comes in.
Yeah, I think I understand you very clearly. What I'm trying to put across is actually 70 to 80% of relationships, closure is not important, because all of you are the reason most of the time that relationship just can't work. So even if you really have to break up and I want to know the detail, there's nothing new you might tell me, and if there is, it's not maybe necessary to me. It's you and your personal views and your pains, and most of the time, I have expectations that are too high and you don't want to really understand who I am as a person. So if you begin to maybe be self-aware, you always know when somebody is you can even tell when you're going wrong. So somebody doesn't need to tell you that you are wrong at this particular point. But I get your point, especially in relationships that were really very healthy, of course, and you are thriving very well. You would want to know what happened. I want to know like what happened. So because of time, I wish you would have had that experience and you would have told us. But we just have to talk a lot about breakups. I mean, you can see that it's a big issue for the young people, and we are still going to talk about it. We're going to talk about more issues and more mistakes to make, and maybe even as we go on, we are going to talk about a few things that we can do to get over breakups in the right way. But before we finish, maybe you can say something in a few seconds on what, something small about this topic to the public.
Something small.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a very wide topic.
I encourage you to be closer.
Mine, I think the one I would want to say is that it's not always about you.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't about you that he left. It wasn't about you that she left. It wasn't about who you are as a person. It doesn't need to be an adjustment of you as a person that he could have stayed. There is no hakuna kitu kama could have, would have, nah. It wasn't about you. As soon as you put that in your mind, then everything else, from moving on, from going to the next thing, you're realizing that you're okay being yourself. That is a revolution.
Yeah, I think I love what she said. People react to who they are, not to who you are. So any reaction is never personally just to you.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're doing things out of their pain, out of their experience. So don't really conclude as quickly as that person has, because they have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. For me, I think I'll just go to one. To the men.
Yeah.
I have seen it mess men. Ndo tunaita simping bana. When you love a woman, you love her right. You don't make her a god. You can
Treat her like a god, bro.
No.
Yes,
I won't.
Treat her like a queen.
No, but treat her like a
Not
queen.
Come
No, you have God.
You
Have God as God.
I know,
put
don't
God
do
in
that.
that position.
Don't do that.
Okay,
We're
but
talking
no,
about the God.
no, the
No.
idea she's trying to put across is that I need to treat you
You need
as
to still, make her feel.
Yeah,
like
feel
the
like the
person.
one, but don't. Yeah.
if you're a good woman, I will make you feel that.
Yeah.
But
Balance.
kuna mahali siwezi kuweka.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kuna
Yeah.
mahali siwezi kuweka because if I put you there, the moment utatoka kwa maisha yangu, manze utaniacha
Utaumia.
nikiwa
Yeah,
mbaya sana.
true.
Nitakufa, nitaanza
Mimi
kusema.
niruhusa.
Hapo ndo utaanza.
Nikupe maji.
Matext za ujinga, matext kama 100 kusema pole. The other thing I think ni after not making them God is manze invest in yourself as a person.
Yeah.
Invest in yourself. Bana, unajua when you invest in yourself kuna some sense of worth that you get.
Yeah.
That even when breakups are happening, hautaanza kufeel intimidated like yo nini oh okay, so sitasema hiyo. No. It was something it would be very
Subscribe for more.
sensitive in a way.
Okay.
But the idea is when you invest in yourself, mimi naongelesha mabuda. Invest in yourself. Soma vitabu. Nini etoaje? Pata do. Yes, everything is not about money, but money is important. Pata do. Fanya. Get yourself, get your life figured out.
Yeah.
Pole man. Get yourself to be in that place where you quote unquote don't need someone else. They are just coming to supplement or rather to aid that thing that you have.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. And they complete, those 2 points actually complement each other, because you can never put somebody there if you don't need them.
Exactly.
Yes.
So if you really build yourself up, you'll reach to a point where you know you're whole, and this person is a part of your life, and you love them because of who they are, not because of who they have become in your life.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because sasa kama mimi tuseme, for example, if I am reading, if I am working out, if I am doing all that, then wewe ukuje you find me in that position, the moment we break up and you are not doing that, utaanza kuona ni fala. Juu ya the person that I am. Mimi nilikuwa nasoma, mimi nilikuwa na workout. Wewe mwili yako inakaa.
Hey!
Sorry. No.
Blur.
Sorry, okay. but it's the truth. If we get this person that is well built compared to this other person bado ana haja figure hizi vitu zote, ukikuja kushikanisha obvious atakuwa kijiona the lesser person.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
But you're not investing in yourself like this other person can feel it.
Yeah. It's not about
Yes,
intimidation.
it's
It's about me.
about
It's
you.
about me.
And I love the fact that he was working out his mind as well, you know.
Yeah,
Not just work out your
exactly.
body,
Yeah.
not working out your
It's
mind.
very important.
Yeah.
Very
For
important.
both, he was talking to the men, but even for the ladies, it's also important.
Hakuna
To really
mwingine.
invest in yourselves. It's very important because you do it for yourself. It's security.
Yeah.
Because once this person leaves, you still whole.
Yeah.
If it's you had a book club, you can still attend a book club.
Yeah.
You're hanging out with your friends, you guys had a coffee. You can still do all these things even without this person. So you do that, and it gets better. Imagine it gets
Yeah.
better. Let
Yeah.
me tell you, it really does. Then it takes time, but it does get better. Like just think about it. You've had a breakup before, breakups. I don't know. Just think about it. Maybe 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 3 months ago, 1 year ago, yesterday. I don't know. Okay, well, yesterday is a bit too soon,
Yeah.
but to some a few months ago.
Yeah, but
At that point, you didn't in your head you could already come up, I can't do this without this person.
Yeah.
I can't do this without this guy, without this chick. But right now look at you, you're doing well. So yeah, it gets better. Yeah, if you move on. Nini ya?
Text yake haikusumbua.
Haikusumbui anymore. Time, it takes time. You need to block them, block.
Kabulaka.
Yeah, I mean, me, I'm like, I love myself.
Yeah.
Huyu kama ameona hawezi nipenda, siniendange.
Ni heli yake.
Like, let me go and
Yeah.
everything. Wow, this is an amazing discussion, and I believe you're learning from this. And I hope you'll join us for even more. We are going to have part 1, backup, part 10 series of
Mpaka
this
tumesha
one.
mko
This is
sawa.
a breakup series specifically handled by 3Ds. And you know, these experts. Me hata si expert by the way. So let's end it at that point as we go wipe our tears. And then again,
Eh, no one is
I want you
right.
to finish. I want you to just learn one thing. One thing I have learned and I have put in my mind is to always see life as a school. Every person I meet as a teacher and every experience I have as a lesson. So that person you met might be an experience for you to learn something bigger. So let it just be a stepping stone for you to get higher. And of course, every breakup, I love the way it ends, is an up. You head higher, never lower. See you next time.